What's up guys, Jackson here of Concealer This. Welcome back to my channel. So I have a tutorial for you guys on this hair here / review. So you guys have been asking me a lot, what are you wearing in your hair, Jackson? I loves it. Please give us the deets. And I am wearing HVM virgin hair. The origin of hair is Indonesian straight. You guys might remember I was in New York a few weeks back and I was with HVM virgin hair. We had a great time. I had a meet and greet in New York, but I also gave a class, a makeup class as well for those that attended the event, and it was amazing. I was just blown away. Hello to all of my New York subscribers. Thank you guys so much. The love is really real in New York, and I was just like, dag, for real though. Like, for me, thank you. I really appreciate that. I was cause man, I be stinking, you know, I fart, you know, my breath is really bad in the mornings, and this is all smoke and mirrors, people. But I appreciate that you like what I do, and so I'm so thankful to you guys. So I'm not gonna, you know, ramble, because you guys know I will do that, but yeah, just check out this video and I hope that you like it. HVM virgin hair, Indonesian straight. I have nothing bad to say about it. It doesn't shed, doesn't do nothing. It just does what you tell it to do. The curls last all day and then some, peoples. I will put all of the information down below so that you can check it out for yourself. In the meantime, enjoy this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you all in my next video. Peace out. Our first step is to just comb out our extensions in preparation for our curls. I'm using a Denman brush to get out all of the kinks. Step 2 is just part your hair. I'm starting in the back at the very base of my head, and then just taking an alligator clip, I'm going to clip away my excess hair. For this look, I am curling towards my face. This is step 3. So I know that a lot of us are very used now to curling away from the face, but for this look and to make it maintain its retro appearance, you definitely want to curl towards the face. I'm using a 1.5 inch barrel curler from One and Only products, and you can purchase this just from your local Sally Beauty Supply store, and they also have it online. It gets up to about 450 degrees, so it gets very hot very quickly. Your fourth step, and in my opinion your most important step, is to make sure that you let your curls cool. If you were to tease and tousle the curls right now, they would not stay. So you want to make sure that you lock in the curls. Just let them sit and cool down. So with any hairstyle, there's a lot of repetition, so just continue to repeat steps 2 and 3. Make sure that you curl towards the face, and then also to make sure that your curls cool nicely and evenly. So if you keep that in mind, then you're pretty much got this down packed already. To create height at the root of my unit, I am using a technique called over direction. And so basically that means you're taking the hair in its unnatural placement and curling the hair at the root of your head. So you can see it better than I can explain it, but when you over direct, and depending on how far you over direct, will determine how much base you have at the root of the head. So for retro looks, there was a lot of body at the root, so they did a lot of teasing and a lot of over directing to create those bouffant type of looks. So that's what I'm doing to replicate it. Alright guys, so let's practice this method once more. So as I was saying, I'm using the over direction method, and I am just creating height, I'm creating body at the base of my curl. When you're using barrel curlers, it is really important to start at the base to ensure that you will have that height. You don't want to start at the end of your hair because you won't get a defined curl that you're looking for. You'll do more of a Shirley Temple type of curl, and that's not what we're going for this look. So always start at the base and then curl your way through your hair. Alright, so now I'm working at my fringe area, or aka my bang area. So I'm just moving the hair out of the way as I would with each and every individual curl, and I am still doing that over direction method, but I'm using more of an extreme over direction. So taking it more of a 45-degree angle to create height at the top of my head. And again guys, you can see that I'm starting at the base of my curl. This is so very, very important, and then just curling all the way through until I have a complete uniform curl. When curling the top or fringe area, if you do it correctly, you should be able to release your curler and your curl will still be in place without adding product to it. I gotta tell you guys, learning this practice here and curling the hair at the base and making sure that it stays without product is a learned practice. It's probably one of the harder things that I learned in cosmetology school, but once you get it down, you will really appreciate this method. It is rather old school, but hey, old school things always work. So I love to create height in my hairstyles by doing this over directing and curling at the base. So while your curls are cooling, just take a rat tail comb and pull out excess natural hair around the perimeter of your unit for blending. This is going to make sure that you can't see any harsh angles or lines in your unit, and it just keeps it looking natural. Once you've pulled out as much hair as you'd like, then you can take your flat iron and just straighten that area. Now keep in mind guys, don't apply heat to that main area every single time because you will create heat damage, and that is a no. So I'm just doing the same thing on the sides around the perimeter of my hair. If you guys want to know, that is an ion flat iron that I purchased from Sally Beauty Supply Store. And so next you're just going to finger comb out the curls. By now everything is nice and cooled and you can start to play with it any way you'd like. So I just like to finger comb it and just set it in place to my liking once I get there. You guys already know that you have to play around with it until you get the actual look that you're going for. And once you do, just take a little bit of hairspray if you so choose and just lock it in place. For me, I'm going to take a little bit of edge control just to smooth out my root area. And yeah, you're pretty much done after that. I would say to try to make sure to not add that product to your extensions because it will weigh it down. But if you put a little bit of holding spray on your curls, then it will last you for a very, very long time. And then lastly, for just styling purposes, I'm going to use a little bit of hairspray, and using the back combing technique, I'm going to create a little bit more volume at the root of my head. That hairspray was Big and Sexy's Stay and Play, and I love that stuff. Alright guys, and here is the final look. I hope that you all enjoyed it and found this video useful and helpful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment. I love to hear what you guys have to say. Also, follow me on Instagram at It's Simply Jackson. Love you so much. I will see you in my next video. Peace out.